KJFM Radio Barn, this is Eagle 102. KJFM Louisiana Bowling Green, all day and all night. KJFM Eagle 102. Area high school basketball is on the air. Every week, Eagle 102 brings you the best of area high school sports. On air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. Now to the court for high school basketball on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
And good evening and welcome to night number 4 of the 98th Annual Bowling Green Invitational here on Eagle 102. Mark Fronick, Maddie Ingram here in the high school gym getting ready for 2 championship semifinals for the men. First we'll have the top seed Elsberry taking on the 5 seed Van Far. And then we'll have the number 7 seed Bowling Green taking on the number 6 seed Winfield. 2 upsets on the bottom half of the bracket, and that makes for some great fun here at the tournament.
It definitely is tournament week, and you look for those upsets, and it just makes it a fun week. And so a 7-6 matchup later here in the high school gym, and we'll see who makes it to the championship in this one and in the next.
And I was talking to Elsberry coach Caleb Johnson a little while ago, and he said he loves upsets as long as it's not him. So
naturally,
we'll talk about that and the first game of the night, Elsberry and Van Far, when we start the pregame show for you next on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green tournament coverage with Eagle 102 Sports brought to you by the Mercantile Bank, Young Enterprises Incorporated, and Pepsi.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
This is Tracy Brookshire with Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice. Did you know our agency currently offers over 30 programs and services to our communities? The Women, Infant, and Children's Program, infant through adult immunizations, car seat safety courses, diabetes counseling, and of course our amazing home health and hospice programs, just to name a few. Learn more by visiting our website at pikecountyhealth.org and see what services you and your family could benefit from.
Don't have time to stop by the bank? That's not a problem if you're a customer of People's Bank and Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere. Deposit checks, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, check the latest activity on your account, and view images of your checks, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank and Trust app today. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Follow area high school sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, and Family Drug.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
And welcome back to the 98th Annual Bowling Green Invitational here on Eagle 102. Getting ready for the 1 seed against the 5 seed, Elsberry versus Van Far. A lot of Indians here tonight, just like we had on ladies opening night. So we'll have to, you'll be hearing a lot of Van Far and Elsberry instead of Indians or Indians.
Yes, because
here.
It's the Indians taking on the Indians.
Exactly, and it's going to be an interesting matchup because Van Far, the way they won the Palmyra tournament was they slowed down Palmyra in the championship game, and that game both teams were in the mid-30s, and I think they're going to try the same concept. Elsberry played in a shootout last weekend and got slowed down by Southeastern, so I think that's going to be the tactic, trying to get this to a very low-scoring, like 35-34 type game.
And they were able to do that also against Louisiana the other night. Louisiana is a team that's going to put up quite a few points. One of the biggest scorers that we had seen all season came Friday whenever Louisiana played Silex. They put up 81 points. And then you come to the Bowling Green tournament and you're playing in the 30-40 range. And so just a really slowed down pace and good defense from Van Far has been key in their victories in the last couple of weeks.
Elsberry scored what was it, 77 points in the opening round. I don't think they're going to get that. We may have a combined 77 points in this men's semifinal.
Definitely going to be a different game here. And so whenever you're watching this game, you're going to want to look for Nikos Conaway, for Van Far, as he kind of is the leader of the pack, and then Caden Kinsler and Kyle Turnbull. They have a wide range of people who are going to be putting the ball up and shooting for Elsberry, and they have people that can also come off the bench.
We'll talk more about the strategies when we get to our keys to the game coming up next on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green tournament coverage with Eagle 102 Sports brought to you by Lynn's Heritage House, Knight Equipment Company, and Advanced Physical Therapy.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM. Sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
It's going to be a slow-down game, I think, between Elsberry and Van Far in this semifinal. Going to be a little tougher for Van Far because Cody Smith was banged up in the game against Louisiana. He set up to take a charge, landed on his hip. He's got what we call a lower body injury if you're going with NHL standards.
Lower body injury, not going to be making it in the game tonight. No, he'll be
he's
around.
Dressed, yeah.
Yes, so maybe not as many minutes as maybe you had seen from him earlier in the week.
Yeah, just was kind of watching his mobility. He looks okay, but we'll see the stamina he has coming off the bench tonight for Coach Pat Conaway, and how that might affect the defensive assignments for Van Far as they try and slow down this Elsberry team that just has a whole lot of speed, and it starts with number 2, Bryce Irving. If he can push the pace, I think Elsberry has a good chance to get into the championship game.
And not just Bryce Irving, but you also have Deshaun Dodson, who is also just going to outrun you. And when they get the ball, it's go, go, go. And so every team is really going to have to be on their A game, whoever plays Elsberry next after this in Van Far today. But they're just a team that's going to push all the time, and they have lots of shooters that are going to put the ball up, whether it's down low or outside of the perimeter. But it's going to be a quick pace game for Elsberry, and so Van Far is going to try to slow that down.
And how Van Far can deal with the size and strength of Kyle Turnbull down low. If Turnbull can establish himself in the paint, that's going to open up the outside shot for Elsberry. So Van Far really has to focus, and they've got some big, strong guys down low too.
They do, and whenever we think about Kyle Turnbull's performance in the opening round, he had a great game. He got into some foul trouble. He had to come back in just a little bit later, but once he got back in the game, it was all Kyle Turnbull for a while there for Elsberry, and so I believe he was the leading scorer that night as well. But that's somebody that they're going to have to watch. And whenever you think back to the Palmyra game, they were outsized, Van Far was, and they had some you had a kid who's in 6'3", 6'4", and Nikos Conaway was guarding him all night long. And so he was able to take that task and do pretty well with it and hold Palmyra in the 30-point range, and they got the victory.
Those are our keys to the game. We'll have starting lineups for you next on the Eagle 102 pregame show.
Bowling Green tournament coverage with Eagle 102 Sports brought to you by Rick Rodhouse Insurance Agency, Hayden's Motorsports, and La Crosse Lumber Company.
Hi, this is Amy at Community State Bank of Missouri. Did you know we offer health savings accounts? If you have a high-deductible health plan, you may qualify for a health savings account. HSAs are designed to help you save your money to help pay your deductible. Talk to your employer about our health savings account and let them know you want to keep your money right here at home. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids, but with an active lifestyle of sports comes health risks and safety hazards. As a certified athletic trainer at PCMH, I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. We can make a difference between safe play and dangerous injuries for your athletes. Working with Bowling Green Clopton and Louisiana schools, our goal is to provide the best possible outcome for your athletes. I'm Eric Schaefer, certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital. I'm at work while your athletes are at play.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service, but did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102, and it's brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
And your starting lineups, first for the 5-seed Van Far Indians are 10-7, coached by Pat Conaway, and they are coming off the championship of the Tony Lenzini Palmyra tournament. They'll start a 5'10 junior, number 4 Braden Lame. Number 20 gets a start, a 5'9 junior Gage Gibson. Number 24, a 5'9 junior Nikos Conaway. A 6-foot freshman, number 34, Evan Utterbeck, gets a start, and a 6'3 junior, number 35, Carter Jennings, rounds out the starting 5. For the number 1 seed Elsberry Indians, they're trying to avoid the upset. They are 13-5 and coached by Caleb Johnson. They'll start a senior, number 2, Bryce Irving. Another senior, number 3, Evan Wilson, gets a start. A senior, number 11, Caden Kinsler. A senior, number 14, Deshaun Dodson. And a senior, number 23, Kyle Turnbull, rounds out the starting 5. So again, for the Van Far Indians, it's Lay, Gibson, Conaway, Utterback, and Jennings. And for Elsberry, it's Irving, Wilson, Kinsler, Dodson, and Turnbull. Those are your starters for this one. Basketball just minutes away from the 98th annual Bowling Green Invitational right here on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green tournament coverage with Eagle 102 Sports brought to you by Bowling Green Pharmacy, Fessler Insurance Agency, a branch of Country Financial, Alicia Koenig, owner and broker of Remax Realty Shop, and Kraus Realty.
Royal Banks is your community bank with locations throughout St. Louis, St. Charles, Northeast Missouri, Granite City, and Jerseyville, Illinois. A Royal Bank branch is not far away. Royal Banks bring experienced staff and products and services designed to meet your professional and personal financial needs. Investing in our communities, one client at a time. Call 314-212-1500 today. Royal Banks of Missouri, member FDIC and equal opportunity lender.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
This is Tara Grody, and People's Savings Bank is excited to announce the Bobcat debit card. People's Savings Bank believes in giving back to the communities we serve, and that begins with the school district. Every time you use your Bobcat debit card as a credit, People's Savings Bank will give the school district 5 cents. That may not sound like a lot of money, but since starting this program 6 years ago, PSB has been able to give back over $120,000. Open an account online at ourpsb.com or stop by our branch. We are the one with a bright blue roof. Start earning the Bowling Green School District money today just by using your debit card. Member FDIC.
The best coverage of high school sports on KJFM is brought to you by County Market in Louisiana and Vandalia, Perkins Electrical Services, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Getting ready for the 1-5 matchup here in the semifinals. It's crazy that in the championship semifinals, we've got the 5, 6, and 7 seeds to go along with the 1 seed.
Yeah, and so whenever you look at these brackets when they're made, especially girls' side, it was like 1 through 8, okay, anybody can win this tournament. Turns out boys' side, same thing.
Yeah, pretty much 1 through 6, maybe 7, had a chance at some hardware in this one. So it's been a fun week. We've had the upsets. That was upset Tuesday on opening night, and we'll see if it continues here in the semifinals and what kind of championship game we have on Saturday afternoon. I love, by the way, these Van Far uniforms.
I do too.
Huge fan of their new road uniforms with the scripted Indians across the chest, the great Van Far gold trimming the black uniforms. Much better than the honeycomb shoulders.
Yeah.
They had the championship runs in those, but this is a huge upgrade.
Yeah,
in my
and then
opinion.
you also have the Indian on the back above the numbers, but I think it just looks great. I like the all black with the yellow lining. It just looks really good.
About a minute 15 to go. They're getting ready for on-court introductions. We'll have the anthem before the second game, as the Bowling Green Band will be making their way into the gym a little bit later on. We'll take a final break, come back with the opening tip after this on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green tournament coverage with Eagle 102 Sports brought to you by Southside, Castile's Color Wheel, and Bibb Beach and Collier Funeral Homes and Crematory.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. The Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
On every journey, you should enjoy peace of mind. I'm Corey Buchanan at Pike County Mutual Insurance Company. We take pride in keeping you protected. That's why we offer discounts for good students, safe driving, and more. Trust us to look out for the road ahead. For a free insurance quote on your home, auto, farm, or ATV needs, give myself or
Shelley Clucky
a call today. Pike County Mutual Insurance Company on the square in Bowling Green.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock agent, and Bowie General Services.
8 minutes on the clock. Introductions have been made. A few final words from both coaches to their starting fives on the floor. This is about the most pregame strategy we've seen so far in this tournament.
I would say so as well. And both coaches are trying to make it into that championship game. And as Van Far just made it into a championship game, won a championship over the weekend, they know what it takes.
Braden Lay against Kyle Turnbull in the center circle. Referee comes in from the near side. Checks positioning, puts the ball up, and it's won by Elsberry through the hands of Caden Kinsler, and he hands it off to Deshaun Dotson. Dotson calls out the play. Elsberry in their home whites, trimmed in red, a little bit of black in there as well. Mentioned Van Far in their road blacks, trimmed in that pretty deep yellow or gold. Out high with it is Bryce Irving. Irving going to drive, kick it to the corner. It's knocked out of bounds. Nice defense by Nikos Conaway.
He kind of came from nowhere, was able to knock that ball out as it was intended for Caden Kinsler.
Nikos doesn't have much height, but he's got a pretty good wingspan. He can really stretch out those arms and legs and get in the passing lanes.
That, and he's just really smart.
Yeah. I don't have his GPA in front of me, but to the hoop and blocked and out of bounds. Last touch was by Kinsler. And it goes to Van Far.
Good defense from Nikos Conaway, low for Van Far, able to get that shot blocked.
Lay inbounds to Conaway in the backcourt, gives it back to Braden. To the near side for Gage Gibson. Gibson back to Lay. Across the line with a pass to Utterback. And he hands it off for Nikos Conaway. Conaway all the way to the G of BG at center court. To Carter Jennings. Jennings has his pass tipped and taken by Bryce Irving. He takes it to the hoop and scores.
First points of the night go to Bryce Irving. 2-0 Elsberry, leading Van Far with 6:47 to go in the first quarter.
In the backcourt with it is Gage Gibson. Gibson is knocked out of bounds, and we're going to have a foul called against Elsberry, our first foul of the contest.
It's going to go on Deshaun Dotson.
Actually, they gave it to Kinsler.
Oh.
So Conaway takes it at center court, working against Dotson. To the near side for Jennings. Jennings over to the far side now for Braden Lay. Braden back up top with a pass for Gage Gibson. Gibson a little lean there on Irving. Hands it off for Nikos Conaway. Everything way out high. Van Far looking for the first change at the next whistle. Jennings hands it off for Gibson. Gibson lost control, got it back. Bothered by Bryce Irving, and he knocks it out of bounds.
Ball will stay in possession with Van Far.
Jennings checked out. Into the ball game, number 25, Pacey Redding. And we've got a foul against Van Far before the inbound. First foul against the Van Far Indians goes against Evan Utterback. 2 minutes gone here in the first, just a 2-0 lead for Elsberry. Here's Dotson out high. Defense comes out quick on him. Ball fake, Evan Wilson. Back up top now for Dotson. Run a little motion. Near side, it's Turnbull. Almost stepped out of bounds. Got it through the lane. And the backdoor layup, no good for Evan Wilson. Long pass ahead. Lay waits for the defense to pass and scores. We're tied at 2.
For Lay and the Indians, so 2-2.
5:27 to go in the first. Here's Dotson, kicks it far side. Kinsler from the baseline. Nice jumper there to give the lead back to Elsberry.
First points for Kinsler.
With it is Redding. Cross the line through Utterback to the near side for Gage Gibson. Gibson back up top for Conaway. 3 minutes gone in the first. Lay for Utterback. He starts his dribble, hands it off for Pacey Redding. Redding, free throw line, leans into Wilson, can't get that one to fall. And the rebound grabbed by Kyle Turnbull. Turnbull up ahead, Kinsler. Kinsler one-on-one, kicks it near side through the legs of Bryce Irving and out of bounds. Back to Van Far with 4:43 to go in the first.
Turnover for Elsberry.
Over in the other gym on KJFMradio.com, the Silex in Louisiana doing battle right now. We'll keep you updated on the scores from the middle school gym and the consolation semis throughout this contest. Gibson out high now for Gavin Gaston. Redding with it. Out to Utterback. On a little weave for Nikos Conaway, center of the lane, no good. Rebound knocked around and Kinsler picks it up. Here's Dotson for three. That one off the mark. Rebound long and picked up by Kinsler. Here's a three from the far side for Wilson, no good. And Conaway the rebound.
Good rebound by Nikos Conaway, who's able to get up and get that ball basically right off the board.
Evan Wilson picks up a foul right at center court as he leaned into Conaway.
That is his first.
Team second. Midway point of the first quarter, just 4-2 Elsberry. Told you it was going to be low scoring.
Usually Elsberry has quite a few points by now. Good defense by Van Far has held them.
Redding. Over to the far side now for Gibson. Almost thrown into the backcourt. Nice play by Conaway to keep possession. Now for Gaston. Back to Conaway. Dotson tried for the steal. Gave him a lane. Puts it off the glass and good. Nikos Conaway with two. His first two. We're tied at 4 with 3:20 left in the quarter. Near side Kinsler. Gets it for Turnbull. Turnbull, center of the lane. His hook shot's no good. Rebound, 2 Van Far Indians got together on it. It's out of bounds, last touch by Kinsler.
He was rolling around on the floor trying to save that ball from going out. Ran into Gibson and Conaway.
5 minutes gone. Quarter number 1. Van Far looking for their first lead, but it's taken away by Bryce Irving. He got way up for that one. Wilson, Dotson for three. No. And the rebound is grabbed by Redding. Pacey hands it off to Nikos Conaway. 4-4 our score. Stepping around a defender, goes to the hoop. That's no good for Gibson. Kind of a wild shot. Now Kinsler has it. Kinsler. Back door. Oh, what a pass. What a finish by Kyle Turnbull. His first two tonight. Just a smart play not to go up for the bad angle shot. Simple bounce pass across the lane. Found the big man. Here's Conaway. Van Far trails 6-4. Conaway with it again. Looking for a pick from Utterback. Wasn't there. He gives up his dribble, and the ball taken away by Wilson. Wilson. Up top now, Dotson in the center circle. As Elsberry delays. Two come out high. Now to Kinsler. Caden Kinsler, near side for Evan Wilson, finds Turnbull. Turnbull off the glass is good.
Quickly with four is Kyle Turnbull. 1:36 to play. Elsberry leading Van Far 8-4 in the first quarter.
Gaston back for Gibson. A lot of G's on this Van Far team, and a timeout taken by Coach Conaway. Trailing by 4, minute 25 to go in the first. It's Elsberry 8, Van Far 4 on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green tournament coverage with Eagle 102 Sports brought to you by Kara and Cliff at Show Me Caviar LLC, County Market, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Shelter Insurance Agent Tim Jenkins, Veolia Landscape Supply, Royal Banks, and a taste of Philly.
Over in the middle school gym, it's Louisiana leading Silex 15-11. Game a little closer than we expected as the first quarter rolls on down the hall. That's the consolation semi. Winner of that one will get to play at 2 o'clock on Saturday.
Be a long day of games on Saturday, but it's championship day for the guys.
Championships for the ladies are tomorrow, and this one is off the foot of Lay, taken away by Irving. Irving to the hoop and in.
He has 4.
And the lead is 6 for Elsberry, down to 50 seconds to go here in the quarter. Running with a pass for Lay. Lay all the way to the hoop, blocked, out of bounds. It'll stay with Van Far, but a nice block there by Kyle Turnbull.
Yes, he didn't have to jump too high. He was able to bat that one down, but stays with Van Far. Nikos Conaway bringing in the ball.
45.8 seconds to go. Another block, and here comes Dotson. 3-on-1. He goes to the hoop and is fouled by Gaston. Seemed like a prime opportunity for Gavin to try and take a charge there.
Yeah, that is just the team's second foul. Gaston's first.
And Dotson's free throw is good.
His first point of the night.
Makes it 11-4. 39.1 seconds to go. Louisiana stretch that lead to 6 now on Silex. And the second one no good. Tip up rebound. Lay ends up with it. And here comes Conaway. Hands it off for Gaston, and it's taken away again to the hoop, and in laying it in is Kinsler off the glass.
He also has 4 tonight, 13-4.
This one's going to be tough for Van Far to come back. They're not used to being down by that much, and now we're going to have a foul called against Ben Dow.
His first.
For receiving that forearm shiver. Checking out Gaston.
For Elsberry. 12 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
Redding inbounds for Conaway. They're going to play for the last shot here with now 8 seconds to go. looking for someone, and away from the ball. We're going to have a foul against Van Far. Just trying to create some space in the paint. Everyone was trapped at the free throw line, and the foul goes against Conaway.
That is his first.
Both teams with 3 fouls, down to 4 seconds. Here's Kinsler. No, at the buzzer. It's just off the mark for 3. And Elsberry will settle for a 9-point lead after the opening 8 minutes. 13-4, they lead Van Far in the championship semifinals of the Bowling Green Invitational right here on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green tournament coverage with Eagle 102 Sports brought to you by Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, Center Locker Service, and PJ Salon.
Some of my fondest childhood memories are from volunteering with my grandmother. Helping others was her passion. She'd always say, the sweetest fruits of life come from serving others. And she was right.
At Shelter Insurance, we strive to make a positive impact in the communities where we work and live.
See me, Tim Jenkins, at 3404 Georgia Street for a free insurance review.
The area's best coverage of high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Health Department, People's Savings Bank, and All Parts.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Good first quarter for Elsberry as they're able to put pressure on the points and got a lot of fast breaks against Van Far, something that the Van Far Indians aren't used to giving up.
No, and both teams are staying out of foul trouble. I mean, 3 per team here in the first quarter, but not the pace that Van Far was hoping for here early in the game.
And with both Irving and Dotson out high, you're going to have a lot of those passes picked off, and they weren't the only ones doing it.
Kinsler as well, able to do that a couple of times.
Lay over to the far side now for Gibson. Van Far with the first possession here in quarter number 2. Conaway out high with it. Van Far needs to open up for one of those threes. Here's Conaway. For Lay. Lay kicks it out off the hand of Gibson, and he couldn't get control. Goes out of bounds back to Elsberry.
It's been a while since Van Far has put up a shot.
Yeah, a lot of empty possessions here in the last few minutes. Dowell over to the far side now for Wilson. Evan Wilson for Bryce Irving out high. Irving kicks it to the corner. Kinsler for 3. That one's good. Caden Kinsler has 7 points.
He's the leading scorer tonight.
16-4, a minute into the second quarter. Dotson and Turnbull getting ready to check back in for Elsberry, and another foul away from the ball. This one's going to be against Elsberry.
That's on Bryce Irving, his first.
That is a shootout over in the other gym, 26-18 in the first quarter.
Struggling maybe a little defensively, both sides.
Louisiana ahead by 8, but a lot of points up on the board. With it is Pacey Redding. 6:40 to go here in the first half. Carter Jennings over to the far side, through the hands of Redding and into the Elsberry bench. Another turnover and another possession without a shot taken by Van Far.
This is something that Elsberry's going to have to capitalize on, but Van Far's going to have to limit the turnovers and take advantage of those offensive shots that they need to be taking.
Irving out high now for Wilson. He's going to try the 3. That one's no good. Tip-up rebound taken by Van Far. Carter Jennings grabbed the board. Here's Nikos Conaway on the run. Shot off the glass. Oh, that's pretty.
Make
Conaway.
that 4 for Nikos.
And it's a 10-point ball game. 16-6. 2 minutes gone here in the second.
The screen from Evan Wilson.
Out high. Irving to Wilson. Back to Irving. He'll try the 3. And that one just a little short. And the rebound. Turnbull took on 3 Van Far Indians. And a jump ball called. It stays with Elsberry.
He even came away with that ball.
Yeah.
Threw it.
Kinsler to inbound. Gets it to Turnbull. Back to Kinsler. Wilson didn't have the shot he wanted. Turnbull over to the far side for Dotson. Dotson tries to go around Lay, runs into Redding. Here's a three, top of the key. No. Tip up, no good. And the rebound grabbed by Redding. Conaway up the floor with it. 5:19 to play in the half. Lay. Back to Redding. Pacey to the hoop. No, partially blocked. Got his own loose ball. Shot was no good, and finally he's fouled. And will shoot a pair of free throws. 16-6.
5:05 left in the first half.
Pacey Redding looking for his first points. The foul was the second on Evan Wilson. And it rims out. Still looking for his first point. And into the ball game comes Gavin Reller for Evan Wilson. Lose a little height there, but really the style of play is much the same.
Very similar.
And he makes the second.
That is Utterback's first point.
Turnbull to the hoop. Oh, that's too easy. Kyle Turnbull with 6. Out high, Lay to the near side for Gibson. Gibson for Redding. Between the circles now. Drops it down for Carter Jennings. Oh, back to Redding. Oh, that was a great cut.
Very, very good look there, and that's the type of ball that we've seen out of Van Far all year long, looking to capitalize on that in the second half of the game as well.
Elsberry lead down to single digits, 18-9, 4:20 to play in the second quarter. Dotson with it on the wing. Now into the corner for Turnbull. Kicks it across to Irving. Back for Dotson. Dotson, the baseline was open for him, but he can't finish. Conaway the rebound. Crosses over, gets across the line. Oh, almost lost the ball. Gets the lay over to the far side now for Redding. Standing right in front of Elsberry coach Caleb Johnson. To the near side now for Gage Gibson. He'll try the three. That misses everything. Dotson an uncontested rebound, and here comes Reller. Kick back. Irving steps inside three, kicks it back. Reller will take the tray. That one's off the mark. Long rebound grabbed by Braden Lay. Lay over to the far side for Nikos Conaway. Conaway works on Dotson. Oh, big jump step. Takes it to the hoop and scores. What a play by Nikos Conaway. He's got 6. 3:20 to play here in the half. 18-11 as the Elsberry lead shrinking. Dotson cut off, kicks it back. Here's the three. That Turnbull shot misses everything, and Irving tried to save it.
Gavin Reller goes into the ground.
Yeah, he was sprawling, and a timeout was taken with 3:08 to go in the half. And the officials talking about something, but a timeout has been taken. 18-11, Elsberry leads Van Far here in the first half on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green tournament coverage with Eagle 102 Sports brought to you by Ann Lane Boutique, Family Drug, Custom Work Salon, and Advance Eye Care.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
18-11 our score. 5 minutes gone here in the second quarter. Van Far with the ball. Here's Utterback with it back in the ball game. To the near side now for Gibson. Gibson puts the ball behind his back, tries to open up a little space there on Ben Dow. Goes to the baseline, kicks it out. Conaway from the corner for three. No.
Just missing.
Yep, and Turnbull the rebound for the Elsberry Indians. To Dow. Dow kicks it to the corner. Reller back up top. Caden Kinsler. Reller thought about the three. Good job by Redding coming out on him. Now to Bryce Irving. Irving, free throw line, works the lane. Turnaround shot, good.
He has 6 points himself.
20-11, Elsberry. Here's Gibson to Redding, far side now for Gaston, and foul against Elsberry away from the ball. Had a lot of that with that traffic that's being created at the free throw line. Foul was the second on Ben Dow. Gaston gets it in to Nikos Conaway. Back to Gavin Gaston. Otterback right in front of the free throw line over to the far side. Gaston got to try the three. That one's good.
Gavin Gaston with his first 3 points of the game. That was a long three.
And a stoppage. And no timeout was taken. Van Farl went to their bench like there was a timeout. Just a substitution as Reller came out. Wilson back in the ball game with 2 fouls. He's got the ball right now for Elsberry. They want that height. Turnbull. Turnaround shot is good.
He's been money with that all night long. Really good look from Kyle Turnbull.
8-point lead for Elsberry. Minute 22 to go in the half. Gage Gibson with it to Gavin Gaston. Now for Utterback. To Gaston again. Blocked, and that's going to be a foul on Kyle Turnbull.
He bounced off Caden Kinsler pretty hard. I think he was looking for the foul there, but instead gets Kyle Turnbull, and it was a foul on the shot.
So 2 shots coming for Gavin Gaston, who just hit the 3. Minute 9 to go in the half. First shot is good.
He has 4.
It'll be the last 4 points scored by Van Far. Second game of the night, Bowling Green and Winfield. Missed the second, offensive rebound, and the ball taken away. Not sure exactly where Gage Gibson was wanting to go with that. He could have gone up. Instead, Irving goes up at the other end and scores.
He has 8.
24-15. 52 seconds to go. Conaway over to the far side for Gibson. Gibson now for Redding. Ball fake on Wilson. Center of the lane, and a travel called on Pacey Redding.
So another turnover for Van Far.
44.2 seconds to go in the second quarter. Dotson will bring it across the line. Deshaun looking for a cut. Out high. Kinsler to Irving. Inside for Turnbull, back to Irving, and up top again. They're going to play for the last shot, aren't they? Caden Kinsler. Over to Deshaun Dotson. 20 seconds to go. Dotson just holds. No one's coming out to defend. Now they do. Gaston came out on him. He's going to try the 3. That's long. And the rebound grabbed by Conaway. He's got 5 seconds. They're going to have to turn him to keep him away from the hoop. Oh, good job coming back by Irving with 1.8 seconds to go.
He's so fast.
Knocks that ball out of bounds. Now Van Far will have to come up with something here with 1.8 on the clock. Down by 9. Gaston trying to inbound. Ball tipped. Redding gets it, throws up the 3 off the backboard, off the rim. That was a prayer, and it almost got answered. The teams go to the locker room. Yeah. 24-15, Elsberry leads Van Far here in the championship semifinals from the 98th Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up, brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs.
Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Salem Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Northeast Missouri Title Company is proud to serve Louisiana and the surrounding areas. They also believe, much like the area athletes, hard work and dedication are what lead to a winning team. Northeast Missouri Title Company wishes all area athletes the very best this season and hopes to see everyone out supporting their favorite teams with excitement and good sportsmanship. Northeast Missouri Title Company at 4th and Tennessee Streets in Louisiana.
Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company is a proud sponsor of the local schools and their athletes. When it's time to quench that thirst, reach for one of the many Pepsi products found in the local concession stands, including Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Sundrop, or the all-new Starry Lemon Lime. If you are wanting something other than soda, enjoy Bubbler, Clarbrun Water, Lipton Teas, Gatorade, and more. Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company in New Haven and Bowling Green wishes all the area athletes a great season.
Follow area high school sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, and Family Drug.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
2 quarters in the books here in the championship semis, and Elsberry leads Van Far 24-15. Not out of reach, definitely, for Van Far, but they didn't slow down Elsberry as much as they wanted to.
They definitely did not do that. They also had quite a few turnovers, as the speed of Elsberry, I think, really threw off their rhythm, and they were able to intercept quite a few passes that were intended for other Van Far athletes, and it just kind of turned a little messy in that first half of our first half. And so able to settle in that last half of the second half in your second quarter. But whenever it came down to it, Van Far's still in this game, and they're going to hang around, and that's something that Elsberry is going to try to break out of.
Yeah, both teams scored 11 in the second quarter, so we're basically exactly where we were after the opening 8 minutes, but they were able to get some offense going. Van Far went a string of, about 6 possessions without even taking a shot?
Yeah, they had quite a few turnovers there, and then they just weren't able – a lot of times they were just throwing the ball – and it was going out of bounds. And so they were just really struggling to find what does work for them. And so they were able to find that later in the second quarter.
Over in the other gym, Louisiana in the second quarter has 52 points.
And this is the first half.
Yeah. They still have about 40 seconds to go before halftime. Actually, it's 49-23. I guess they called a foul before the shot, but they'll get to 50 on this string. Well, no, they missed the first one, but you can.
They're making a liar out of you, Mark.
I know. You can watch that game on KJFMradio.com or on the KJFM radio app. 49-23, Louisiana leading Silex nearing halftime. I think there's actually 1 minute left in that one, as he missed them both. So they're still at 49 points, but just in the second quarter. That's a pretty monumental total in that game. And Silex with 23, you'd think 23 first half points.
That's not bad.
Yeah, you'd be right in that game, but no, they're down by 26 as they approach halftime down the hall. This one is 24-15, Elsberry leading Van Far. We'll go through first half scoring for you after this on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green tournament coverage with Eagle 102 Sports brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, Bolin Chevrolet, and Sun Window Company.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Salem Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Hello, this is Brittany Hinkey with Community State Bank of Missouri. Now is the perfect time to start saving for retirement. Community State Bank offers competitive rates on traditional and Roth IRAs. Unlike most investments, some contributions may be tax deductible and will grow either tax deferred or tax free. Come in and see one of our IRA representatives in Troy or Bowling Green to maximize your savings opportunities today. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
2 quarters in the books here in the high school gym men's championship semifinal number 1 of the night, and Elsberry leads Van Far 24-15. Mark Fronick, Maddie Ingram back here in the high school gym. Marianne down the hall. Who's Marianne with tonight?
I don't know. I think Gordon.
that was a game time decision, I think.
Yeah, I think Gordon was supposed to be there, I think.
They've got Silex, Louisiana. Louisiana up in the second quarter. I believe the first half is done in that one. 51-25, Louisiana leads Silex.
76 points scored in the first half.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
For a high school game and a consolation semifinal at that. Our second game tonight will be Bowling Green Winfield. A couple of upset teams from the opening round as Bowling Green, the 7, beat Clopton in the opening round. Winfield, the 6 seed, beat North Callaway, the 3 seed in the opening round. So that should be a fun one as both of those teams looking for a surprise trip to the championship game. In the middle school gym, the second consolation semi will be Clopton and North Callaway. And that game scheduled to tip off just before 7 o'clock. And I'm going to have a talk. I've already kind of chastised whoever plays the music in here once this week because they played the national anthem when the band was sitting right behind them. Now they're playing Chelsea Dagger, which all that it says is the Blackhawks scored.
Yeah.
So I'm not in a good mood right now.
I need you guys to not play this ever again.
I would love to quote the movie Major League, but there would be an FCC fine involved if I used that quote about this song.
Mark, we can't have that.
Yeah, 24-15, Elsberry leads Van Far through 2 quarters. Our scoring numbers for the first half: for Van Far, 2 points for Braden Lay, 3 for Pacey Redding, 4 for Gavin Gaston, and 6 points for Nikos Conaway. On the Elsberry side, a point for Deshaun Dotson, 7 for Caden Kinsler. Irving scored 8 and Turnbull scored 8. So 3 players have done the majority of the scoring for the Elsberry Indians, but it really hasn't seemed that way. It's been a team effort, mostly fueled by the work on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and whenever we look at the game that they played on Tuesday, scoring was spread out. I mean, anybody that came off the bench was putting up a shot, and so I think that Van Far has done a really good job of, being good defenders and knowing exactly what they were coming into, and that scoring has been spread out for Elsberry, but just not as many scorers so far here in the first half. They've been able to limit that.
Oh, Coach Caleb Johnson has that chair out in front of the Elsberry bench talking to his 5 starters. A lot of strategizing going on between Coach Redding and Coach Conaway on the Van Far side. Let's see what this second half has to bring. 24-15, Elsberry leads Van Far heading into the third on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green tournament coverage with Eagle 102 Sports brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Northeast Missouri Title Company, and Meyer Implement Company.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Do you want the small town banking experience with personalized service? Come visit the staff of Silex Banking Company. Silex Banking Company offers one-on-one individualized attention to its customers with all decision-making in-house. Silex Banking Company encourages you to stop by at 20 South 2nd Street in Silex or visit online at silexbank.com. Silex Banking Company, small town banking providing personalized service. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Lynn's Heritage House isn't your average senior living facility. At Lynn's, residents have an abundance of social and recreational activities, including trips to the Twin Pike Family YMCA, numerous craft projects, and even the occasional day trip around Pike County. As a resident, you can enjoy the same independent lifestyle you've always enjoyed, but with the peace of mind knowing that help is available when needed. For more information, visit Lynn's Heritage House, 800 Kelly Lane in Louisiana, or online at lynsheritage.com.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102, and it's brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
Offensive foul to start the second half, just 12 seconds in. Foul called on Gage Gibson, his first. Trying to clear out the lane for a friend and extended that forearm on an Elsberry defender. So here's Dotson for an out high for Turnbull. Kyle Turnbull goes through everybody to the hoop and scores.
On the ground was Lay trying to draw the foul there as Turnbull went up.
Fitting name because the contact wasn't that heavy. Here's Conaway for Braden Lay over to the far side now for Gibson. Gage Gibson works against Bryce Irving, and that pass almost taken away. Good job by Carter Jennings to avoid the turnover. He's got the ball again for Van Far to Conaway. Conaway looking for somebody, goes out high to Gibson. Gibson going to drive, scoops it off the foot of Utterback. Almost had that play for two. Instead it goes the other way, and Irving makes no mistake on that 2-on-1, and already a timeout. Elsberry with the first 4 points of the second half extend their lead to 13. 28-15 here in the second on Eagle 102, or in the third on Eagle 102.
Hi, this is Brock Mitchell, and I am a physical therapist with Advanced Physical Therapy in Bowling Green. At Advanced Physical Therapy, we treat everything from sports injuries to work rehabilitation, arthritis, and post-surgical rehabilitation. This includes spinal care, balance issues, and vestibular treatment. You have a choice when it comes to physical therapy, and we hope you choose Advanced Physical Therapy, conveniently located across from Bowling Green High School on Business 61. Call us today to schedule your next physical therapy appointment at 573-324-6079.
The best coverage of high school sports on KJFM is brought to you by County Market in Louisiana and Vandalia, Perkins Electrical Services, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Get started an hour earlier for Ladies Championship night tomorrow. 4:15 pregame, 4:30 tip-off for Clopton in Louisiana for consolation. North Callaway and Winfield for third place, and then scheduled for a 7:15 tip-off. Elsberry and Silex 1 versus 3 for the Ladies Championship on this 98th Bowling Green Invitational. 28-15, Elsberry leads Van Far here in the third quarter. Just over a minute into the third. 6:45 remaining in quarter number 3. Here's Conaway with it out high. Dotson out to defend. Gives it off to Gage Gibson. Gibson for Pacey Redding. Redding. It's a near side for Braden Lay. Lay back for Jennings. Carter Jennings hands it off to Nikos Conaway. Conaway tries to find his way. Scoops it off at the last second. And a nice finish by Carter Jennings.
Good pass from Nikos Conaway. He was driving to the basket and was able to get that pass off to Jennings, up for 2.
Wilson with it, off the wing for Elsberry. Up top now for Caden Kinsler. Kinsler to Kyle Turnbull. Turnbull kicks it near side. Bryce Irving for 3. Good.
He has 13 points, 5 here in the third quarter.
And the lead is 31-17 for Elsberry. Pacey Redding with it for the Van Far Indians to Gage Gibson. Gibson finds Lay on the near point. Scoops a pass to Carter Jennings. Jennings back to Lay. He'll try the 3. That one just a little bit short. And Kinsler the rebound ahead to Deshaun Dotson. Dotson to the hoop and in. First points from the field for Deshaun. 33-17. Van Far just not able to control the clock in this one. Jennings with it out high. Over to the far side for Redding. Redding going to try the three. High arcing, just a little bit short. And the rebound taken away by Lay. Lay goes up for a shot, no good. Good defending there by Wilson.
Struggling to get past some of the height that Elsberry does have.
Turnbull, turnaround shot, no good. Rebound knocked away and out of bounds. Last touch by Evan Wilson. It's going back to Van Far. Just haven't seen quite the fight we're used to out of Van Far.
No. Doesn't seem like the same team. They just seem a little off tonight.
Yep. And that might be not having Cody Smith. Here's Redding from the baseline, no good. He got a good bump as he went up for that shot. Dotson with it in transition over the far side. Irving for three, a little long. And the rebound grabbed by Kinsler. He puts it back up and scores. He's got 9. 35-17. Conaway. For Gibson out of Redding, near side for Lay. And away from the ball. Another foul called.
It's against Elsberry.
Irving.
That is Irving, so his second.
4:14 to go. They're underway in the third quarter, still 51-25. Louisiana leads Silex. 51 first half points for the Bulldogs in that consolation semi. Here's Conaway with it out high. You can watch that game right here on KJFMradio.com. Here's a three from Redding.
He's been trying that a couple of times, able to sink it that time. 17-35, Elsberry is leading. Excuse me, 20-35.
Up top, Wilson over to the far side for Dotson. Tried to lay a pass down low, and it's taken away by Jennings. Jennings finds Redding along his own baseline. He gets across the line to Gibson. Gibson thought about three, but the ball kind of stuck to his jersey. Redding for three, misses everything. Conaway saves it back in. No, he didn't. And he knocks over a soda as well. That's what you get for leaving your soda on the baseline.
That is true. Hiding it now, I think.
Yeah, 35-20.
After the soda has been shaken up.
Yeah, you're not going to open it for a while,
No.
that's for sure. Here's Dotson for Wilson. Ball fake, Irving. Shot wasn't there, gives it to Wilson. He'll try the three. In and out. Tip up rebound. Kinsler gets it back. Kinsler to the hoop and in. Just so much strength. I think that's what Van Far's having troubles with right now. Dealing with that size and strength of Elsberry.
They're aggressive to the hoop as well.
2:50 to go here in the third. 37-20. Ball knocked around. Picked up by Gaston. Gaston kicks it out for a three. Conaway in and out. Rebound ripped away by Wilson. And we're going to have a foul against Van Far.
Going on number 25, Pacey Redding.
2:41 to play here in the third quarter. 37-20. Lots of substitutions on both sides. Was Pacey's first. Turnbull hands it off for Kinsler. To Reller back into the ball game. Now Dotson on the far point. That's Deshaun. Down to 2:25. He takes it to the hoop. High off the glass, no good. Almost turns it into a pass for Kinsler. And on the second rebound, ooh, little feisty.
Yep.
Foul going to be on Redding, I believe, again. Nope, not this time. It's going to go against Gage Gibson, his second.
Got away with a little bit there. Feisty under the hoop. Looking for the rebound.
17-point advantage for Elsberry. Here's Dotson off the inbound. Steps inside three, puts up a shot and scores. 5 points for Deshaun, 4 of them here in the quarter. Gibson with it. Up top for Conaway. Conaway, a little floater off the glass is good. He's got that measured up.
He has 8 points. He's leading Van Far in scoring.
Irving fought through 3 defenders with the ball no more than 4 or 5 inches off the ground and put in 2.
He has 7 in this quarter.
41-22. Elsberry leads Van Far, almost a steal for Kinsler. Here's Redding with it. Redding blocked. Actually, that was a pretty good chest bump there, and the shot just fell short. Ball loose, and we're going to have a foul against Elsberry.
That's on Kinsler. His second.
A lot of players with 2 fouls, but not a whole lot of fouls here in the second half so far. Just 5 total against both teams. We're down to 1:12 to go in the third. Here's Gaston fighting against defenders, scores, and is fouled. That's good strength there for Gavin Gaston.
Especially working down low with those Elsberry defenders and Kyle Turnbull and Caden Kinsler, and it just makes it really tough because they're so strong under the hoop and they get their feet set and they're not going anywhere.
1:07 on the clock as Turnbull checks out. The foul was on Reller, his first. 3 fouls aside, and it's a 3-point play. 41-25.
Make that 7 for Gavin Gaston.
Not a whole bunch of free throws have been attempted in this ball game. Van Far was just 2 of 4 in the first half, and Elsberry 1 of 2. Here's Dotson. Works against Gaston. Shot from the baseline as his defender, quote-unquote, fell down. And Conaway off the miss. Into the offensive end for Van Far. Kick out. Gaston fakes the 3 to the corner. Saved.
What a save by Nikos Conaway.
And another save by Lay. Ball loose again, and we're going to have a foul against Reller, I think. Yep.
So that will be his second.
Things have slowed down a little bit in the other gym. Louisiana leads Silex 61-25.
Still a lot of points.
Yeah.
86 points in a game.
Through the lane, Conaway. Going east-west, puts one off the glass and in.
Puts him in double digits. He now has 10 points.
Down to 15 seconds to go in the third quarter. Here's Caden Kinsler. Out high as they're going to play for the last shot here in the third. Dotson down to 6 seconds. Wilson for 3, good. Evan Wilson.
That looked effortless. His first points of the game come in 3-point fashion.
44-27. Elsberry leads Van Far as we head to the fourth from the Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green tournament coverage with Eagle 102 Sports brought to you by Pogue Ford, Silex Banking Company, and Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic.
Think about all that's important to you, your family, your possessions, and your future. Pick up the phone and call Rick Rodhouse from Country Financial. He, along with his staff, will assist you with insurance coverage to protect what matters most, in addition to preparing you for the future. Best of all, Rick will take the time to get to know you and find solutions for your budget. For coverage you need at a price you can afford, contact Rick Rodhouse Insurance Agency in Pleasant Hill to chat about your insurance needs today.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock Agent, and Bowie General Services.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Start of the fourth quarter. Elsberry leading Van Far 44-27. Winner will take on the winner of the second game of the night between Bowling Green and Winfield to see who goes into the championship game. The loser will face the loser of that game, of course, in the third place game of this 98th Bowling Green invite. Elsberry will have the ball to start quarter number 4. Dotson hits Irving with a pass. We're underway. See how much clock Elsberry wants to run, or do they want to keep scoring? Wilson out high with it, guarded closely by Pacey Redding. To Dotson, near side, Irving trying the baseline, spins off a man, Rolls over everything. Put back, though. Oh, in and out. And Leif grabs it for Van Far.
Oh, man. Bryce Irving just.
That was a pirouette.
Yeah. Dance moves out there.
Yeah. Using Leif for Dance Dance Revolution. Here's Lay. High off the glass. No good. Kind of a wild shot. Dotson the rebound, but it's taken back by Lay. Has to wait for some friends, and it's tipped out of bounds.
By Caden Kinsler.
Yeah, nice play
Slapped
at the
out of bounds at that point.
officials table down there in the corner. 44-27. Elsberry leads. 45 seconds gone here in the fourth. All the way out high. Here's Gibson for three. Yeah.
He was wide open. That was his first points of the night.
Makes it a 14-point game. Van Far's going to have to make their move right now.
7 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. They have some time. Elsberry's just putting on the pressure offensively.
And another steal. And Kinsler put it off his own knee right to a Van Far defender. Gibson has it stolen from behind by Irving. Never saw him coming, and a timeout taken by Coach Pat Conaway. Not happy after that steal. 44-30. Elsberry leads the Van Far Indians. 6:44 to go in the fourth on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green tournament coverage with Eagle 102 Sports brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, Calumet of Missouri, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
With 14 stores across Missouri and Illinois, La Crosse Lumber Company provides lumber, quality products, and service to homeowners, builders, DIYers, and more. With some of the top brand names in the business available, La Crosse Lumber has what you need for your next project. Stop into any location for a free estimate before you start your next build. La Crosse Lumber Company, the oldest, most reliable lumber and hardware company in the Midwest since 1873.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Shelter Insurance Agent Tim Jenkins, Veolia Landscape Supply, Royal Banks, and a taste of Philly.
Place really starting to fill up before that Bowling Green Winfield game. Good crowd was already here for this one, so people fighting for space in the stands tonight as Elsberry leading Van Far by 14 with 6:44 to go in regulation. In that third quarter, Elsberry outscored Van Far 20-12. Really took control of this game because they were already leading at the half by a score of 24-15. Lead's gotten as high as, 19 points?
Mm-hmm.
It's 14 right now. Irving to Wilson. He'll take the shot from the free throw line. No good. Pacey Redding the rebound for Van Far. Ahead to Nikos Conaway. Nikos spins a couple of times, gave up his dribble, got off balance, and it's taken away. Here comes Kinsler, and he's fouled by Redding.
That'll be Redding's second.
And you just can't have open frames, empty possessions.
Redding has been really strong under the basket, getting rebounds. It's been scrappy for Van Far. You want to keep him in this game. He does have 2 fouls. He's going to have to be very choosy here in the last half of the fourth quarter.
Down to 6 minutes to go. That turnaround shot no good. Wilson gets the batted around rebound, forces it out. Dotson with it now for Elsberry, and they can run a little more clock. 2 minutes gone in the fourth. Deshaun. To Turnbull. He faked out everybody, goes to the hoop, but he's blocked by Carter Jennings.
Good block by Carter. Finding
Long pass ahead.
Gibson.
He'll take the three. Off the mark. Rebound. Grabbed by Conaway. Guarded by Wilson. Turnaround shot. No good. And Wilson does grab the rebound this time for Elsberry. 5:30 to go. Been stuck at 44-30 now for about a minute and a half. Dotson. That suits Elsberry just fine, by the way.
Able to get the stop and some of the momentum that Van Far has gained here in the fourth quarter.
Wilson to the hoop, no, but a foul. Actually, they're going to say the foul was on the floor. Didn't give Wilson continuation that time. Closing in on 3 minutes gone here in the final quarter.
Foul is on Pacey Redding.
His third. And Bryce Irving with an out high for Elsberry to Evan Wilson. And another foul on Redding. That's his fourth. And the Van Far coaches all drop their heads.
Just talking about how he needed to stay out of foul trouble.
And picks up 2 quick ones. Kinsler out high to Wilson. Wilson back to Kinsler. 4:45 to go here in the fourth. Irving. Couple of good crossover moves. Gives it to Kinsler. Cross court. Irving, spinning. Wow. Dumps it off. And a nice finish by Kyle Turnbull. He's got a dozen. The lead is 16 for Elsberry. Good cut. Shot. Good, and a foul. Nikos Conaway. Chance for a 3-point play. He's got 12 himself. Over in the other gym, it's Louisiana 72, Silex 32. They're in the fourth.
Wow.
There as well. Running clock with Louisiana up by 40. So they started about 2 minutes behind us. They're going to finish about 6 minutes ahead of us at least. And the shot by Conaway completes the 3-point play.
13 points for Nikos.
Back the other way, Dotson to Irving, to his feet, so he can't go up the shot. Now he does. Off the glass,
And
good, and a foul. My goodness.
He's had a great game.
His body control.
He's very aware of where he is at all times. Always has his eyes up, looking for the pass or looking to make the shot.
I'd like to see what grade he got in geometry, because the angles he puts himself and the banks off the backboard, misses the free throw. And here comes Nikos. Up the floor, off the glass. Ooh, too hard. Kinsler grabs the board. Back to Dotson, taken away. Taken back, and we're going to have a timeout by Elsberry as Conaway took a tumble,
Yeah, he was on the ground for a second there.
Trying to catch his breath and see if everything's still attached right as he walks to the bench. Timeout on the floor, 3:57 to go in the fourth. It's Elsberry 48, Van Far 33 on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green tournament coverage with Eagle 102 Sports brought to you by the Mercantile Bank, Young Enterprises Incorporated, and Pepsi.
I'm Alicia Koenig, owner of Remax Realty Shop in Bowling Green. Whether buying or selling, you need an agent who has the right connections and strategies to help you reach your goals. Remax Realty Shop team is here to help.
I'm Mark Long.
I'm Allison Miller.
I'm Les Orr.
I'm Kelly Crane.
I'm Zach Miller.
I'm Brittany Kidd.
I'm Zach Browning.
Whether you want someone to take the wheel for you, or maybe you are just feeling overwhelmed with the process, give us a call today. We'll both be glad you did. Remax Realty Shop, Business 61 South in Bowling Green.
The area's best coverage of high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Health Department, People's Savings Bank, and All Parts.
Turnbull gets it to Irving off the inbound play to Wilson for three from the corner. He drops it through. Evan Wilson with his second tray tonight.
He's been wide open when he's hit his threes, and they just look effortless. Very clean.
51-33. Looks like Elsberry going to play in a championship game. Far side with it is Gibson. Gage Gibson stripped from behind by Wilson. It just seems like they almost know where Van Far is going before they go there. I don't know if that's a scouting thing or if the Indians from Van Far have a little bit of a tell tonight. I don't know. And a travel called.
It's on Kyle Turnbull. He was going up for the shot, took an extra step. So a turnover from Elsberry.
Well, I guess when you spend a week in the same gym, you learn the tendencies, right?
Yeah.
Break down that film. Here's Redding. Over to the far side now for Gibson. 5 minutes gone here in the fourth. 51-33, and we're going to have a little foul against Turnbull.
Nikos Conaway was trying to make room. Kyle Turnbull was in his way. He ended up bouncing the ball off of his foot, but a foul against Turnbull.
Actually, they gave it to Deshaun Dotson. I didn't even see Deshaun in there.
No, I did not either.
Utterback with it, and there's a foul on Turnbull. Just as I had erased the last one.
Both teams with 7 fouls in the second half.
And for a 1-and-1, Utterback steps to the line. Having a 6-foot freshman. Rattles the first one home.
His first point of the night.
Second shot, short. Wilson the rebound. Hands it off for Dotson with 2:45 to go in the ball game.
Slowing things down a little bit, trying to kill some time on the clock.
Out high. Turnbull all the way to the baseline, nothing there. Kicks it out for Dotson. Dotson for Wilson. Away from him, he has to track it down. Pacey running on to defend him. Playing with 4 fouls. Gets it to Dotson. Kinsler. Free throw line. Scoops it back to Deshaun. Steps in front of the free throw line and puts that one through.
He has 7.
The lead back to 19. 2 minutes to go in the ball game. Long three, no good. 3 free throws going to come up. Or is the foul away from the ball?
I'm thinking the foul is away from the ball. Pointing down low.
Utterback going to shoot a 1-and-1.
Foul going on Evan Wilson.
That's his third.
Mm-hmm.
(53-34), Elsberry leads Van Far. And the first shot short, doesn't earn the second. Kinsler the rebound. Caden Kinsler is fouled. And we're going to shoot 1-and-1s the other way.
It's Gage Gibson.
His third. Back in the ball game is Gaston, replacing Utterback. (53-34). Over in the other gym, it's Louisiana 78, Silex 42. Actually make that 80-42, and the shot is good by Caden Kinsler to earn the second. He's got a dozen points. And the biggest lead of the night for Elsberry. Second shot long. Rebound grab by Conaway. Here's the three, blocked out of bounds by Turnbull.
Just as you mentioned earlier, it seems that they know exactly what Van Far is going to do. Kind of coming out of nowhere was Kyle Turnbull to block that shot.
Redding out high now for Gibson, who just had his 3 blocked. Conaway's turnaround shot off the glass and in. Nico's another big night, 15 points. 54-36, back the other way. Getting it to roll through is Bryce Irving. And he's got 19. 56-36. Minute 25 to go. Here's Redding for 3. That one drops through. Big splash there for Pacey Redding. He's got 9 points and a timeout taken. With the score 56-39, Elsberry leading Van Far. Minute 20 to go in the ball game on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green tournament coverage with Eagle 102 Sports brought to you by Lynn's Heritage House, Knight Equipment Company, and Advanced Physical Therapy.
If you're ready to start tanning but feel like you never have time, Custom Works Salon in Bowling Green has the answer for you. Chrissy and the gang now offer 24-hour tanning. For only $55 a month, you can get your glow on. Custom Works also has new hours. On Tuesdays, the salon is open until 8 p.m. Visit their Facebook page for a full list of times. Custom Works Salon, 405 South Court Street in Bowling Green.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
Off the inbound, a foul will send Deshaun Dotson to the line. That game is over. The first consolation semi over in the other gym. The final, Louisiana 80, Silex 42. So Silex out of the tournament in 2 games. Louisiana will play in the first game on Saturday afternoon.
80 points.
Had 51 by the half.
Yeah.
And with a running clock, scored 29.
Still quite a few.
Yeah.
That's more than some teams put up in a game.
Dotson missed the first, and then there's another foul. Going to send Evan Wilson to the line. And that is it for Gage Gibson. He picked up both fouls.
He had a good performance for Van Far defensively. Goes out now with 5 fouls.
Just 3 points tonight. Minute 14 to go. 10th team foul, and the free throw is good. 2-shot opportunity with the 10 fouls. And the second shot drops through as well. 58-39. Here's Redding with 1:07 to go.
This matches the biggest lead of the night for Elsberry.
They had it 20 for a second. Here's a 3, short. Conaway on the floor, and he travels. Head coach Conaway says, how's that a travel? Well, he did readjust.
Yeah.
Lifted one foot off the floor to try and shoot from the seat of his pants.
He's still arguing about it.
I think he
understands now.
Either that or at first he was arguing maybe a foul, but I think it was about the travel. 53.1 seconds to go. Wilson with it in the backcourt, and he's fouled by Braden Lay. So Cody Smith dressed out, didn't play tonight after getting hurt against Louisiana in the opening round.
That does change things, especially when he's in your starting 5, spending a lot of time on the court.
Wilson back to the line. And the first shot is good. Now it matches the biggest lead of the night and extends it to 21. 10 points. Here's a 3 from the corner, no good. Another rebound for Dotson. Gets it to Wilson. Wilson almost looking for the contact. Down to 35 seconds. I think Van Far can let Elsberry run this one out.
They're just playing keep away at this point.
Kinsler down to 22 seconds. Runs around Conaway. Kicks it back now to Dotson. Everything out high. They have no interest in scoring. Down to 12 seconds. Scoops it. Now back up top. Kinsler. Down to 5. As he runs around, and that'll do it. Final in this one, 60-39. Elsberry has defeated the Van Far Indians handily in this one by 21 points. And we'll be back with the postgame for you next on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up.
The friendly and caring staff at Advanced Eye Care have just one goal in mind: to provide professional eye care for the entire family, from comprehensive eye exams to management of glaucoma and cataracts, refractive surgery to specialty contact lenses. You can count on Advanced Eye Care to provide vision for a lifetime. 3 locations to serve you: Bowling Green, Winfield, and Troy, or visit online at aecmo.com. Doctors Denise Harvey, Jessica Downs, Jackie Mudd, and staff hope to see you soon at Advanced Eye Care.
Castile Color Wheel has been proudly serving Pittsfield and the surrounding community since 1950 and is an expanded retail area. They began as a paint retailer handling Benjamin Moore and Pittsburgh paints, developing into a full-service decorating center, including wall coverings and Hunter Douglas custom window treatments. Castile over the years has expanded with home decor, high-quality gift items, bridal and baby registry, an upscale ladies and children's boutique, open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. until 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 until noon. Let Castile's be your one-stop Shop Shop, located just off the northwest corner of the square in Pittsfield.
Don't have time to stop by the bank? That's not a problem if you're a customer of People's Bank and Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere. Deposit checks, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, check the latest activity on your account, and view images of your checks, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank and Trust app today. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Follow area high school sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, and Family Drug.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. Time now for the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM.
Elsberry came out, great scouting report, and handled Van Far about as well as anyone has all season. They dictated the pace. They put pressure on Van Far, got a lot of steals, and a 21-point victory over the Van Far Indians. That's an accomplishment. And Elsberry did that tonight. 60-39 the final here in the semifinals of the Bowling Green tournament. Let's go through the final scoring, as we're just about 11 minutes away from tip-off of the second game between Bowling Green and Winfield. For Van Far, 15.9 for Nikos Conaway, the only player in double figures for Van Far. 9 points for Pacey Redding, 7 for Gavin Gaston, 3-point night for Gage Gibson. He fouled out there in the final minute. 2 points for Carter Jennings, 2 points for Braden Lay, and 1 point for Evan Utterback, as he was 1 of 3 shooting free throws in this ball game. For Elsberry, they had 19 points tonight from Bryce Irving. He's the game's leading scorer. 12 points from Kyle Turnbull, 12 for Caden Kinsler, 10 points for Evan Wilson, and 7 for Deshaun Dotson. So the starters all do their thing tonight. 4 of the 5 scoring in double figures, and Dotson effective running the offense for Coach Caleb Johnson, as Elsberry, the top seed into the championship game, avoids that upset that he likes so much.
As long as it's not him, which is a good thing to be distinct right there. Yeah.
Elsberry on to take on either Bowling Green or Winfield. That'll wrap up coverage of the first game. We'll start the pregame for you between Bowling Green and Winfield after this on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green tournament coverage with Eagle 102 Sports brought to you by Rick Rodhouse Insurance Agency, Hayden's Motorsports, and La Crosse Lumber Company.
This is Tracy Brookshire with Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice.